Hello, are you ready to learn how to avoid your impending foreclosure, re-establish your credit, and buy a new home?
The government has established new programs that all Americans should know about. Too many Americans believe there is no hope. They fell behind on their current mortgages and get depressed. They have been given bad advice by people who just wish to profit from their hardships. Instead of questioning their motive, they have begun to believe there is no help, and worse, no hope, for their recovery.
Can you explain what is currently being done to help homeowners in financial trouble and danger of losing their homes to foreclosure?
I would love to. First of all, there is plenty of help available to Americans in financial trouble. Some of the previous bailout programs were designed to help the banks as they were deemed too important to fail despite their gross misjudgments and abuses of the credit system in the past.
Go on, please elaborate.
Well, in the past, programs were designed to bail out the banks. Make the banks whole. Those programs ranged from applying back mortgage balances to the arrears and granting second, third, and sometimes even fourth mortgages on properties that were already seriously overmortgaged. This was found to only complicate and exaggerate the current problems we have in this country.
I understand that, and it seems this is the situation many people were put in when they asked their mortgage companies for help.
To interject, that was if you could even get a mortgage company to accept your application for help. Most people complained that the mortgage companies would ask for the same paperwork repeatedly over and over until the homeowners were too far past due, then they would just foreclose.
As you know, many homeowners felt it was easier to stay in the home and not pay the mortgage as long as possible, and just save their money, rather than pay for a mortgage that was not in their best interest to make good on. But that also assured them of an eventual foreclosure. Would you say this is the problem with our economy?
Absolutely. When people fail to pay their mortgage, the mortgage companies cannot create new loans, and then businesses cannot get credit or create jobs, unemployment raises, and the cycle goes on and on.
So what is the government doing about this?
Well, for one, they realize it's not just the banks that need help, but the homeowner needs the real help. Keeping people in their homes is the first priority.
What if people just cannot afford the home anymore? Let's say they have a real hardship. What can be done for those people?
There are a number of options for hardship cases. My recommendation would be to call a professional realtor.
A realtor? Why a realtor?
Well, it's no secret. Realtors helped formulate the Housing and Affordable Foreclosure Alternative Program.
So any realtor?
No, not just any realtor. If you are having a financial crisis, use a realtor that specializes in financial hardships.
Where would one find a realtor who specializes in this type of hardship cases? Most realtors just want to sell a home and don't care about me, right? It's obvious most people would have a hard time opening up to a stranger about something like this, since it's so personal.
That is exactly the point. Francis Mellace, of Century 21 Rauh and Johns, specializes in foreclosure alternatives and equity retention for troubled homeowners. He has been in this field from well before most agents even knew what short sale was.
So do I need a short sale if I'm behind on my mortgage?
Not at all. In most cases, people only think they do. Francis Mellace has had clients who were told they could not be helped, and he actually saved them from making the mistake most hardship cases make.
And what is that mistake?
Most people think they can't be helped and they just give up. They allow the banks to foreclose and keep their equity. That's a sad situation, but people really believe that sometimes.
Why?
Because they get bad advice from people who try to capitalize on their hardship. Those people are the lawyers and the banks themselves, or they just get depressed thinking there is no hope for them and give in to the bank's pressure.
So what should people in a hardship do?
Call Francis Mellace, of Century 21 Rauh and Johns right now. He has the ability to help you understand the process and lay out a plan to help prevent your foreclosure, even if the bank already has a foreclosure judgment.
But once the bank has a judgment, surely it's all over, right? You lost your equity at that point, right?
Not at all. Mr. Mellace has a great legal staff he works closely with. They can use the HAFA program and help you retain your equity, and in some cases even help you move into a new home that is more affordable using the equity from your previous home.
Well, I see I have a call to make. Century 21 Rauh and Johns is at 508 Hurffville Crosskeys Rd in Sewell, New Jersey. Their phone number is 856 582-0366 extension 302 or his direct number is 856-625-4587. Call now.